The United States is not just a country. It is a system, a machine of power built over nearly 2.5 centuries. And whether people admire it or criticize it, one fact remains undeniable. The modern world runs on American foundations. If you use the internet, you are inside an American ecosystem. If you trade globally, you operate through the dollar. If there is a geopolitical conflict, Washington is somehow involved. But here is the real question. How does this system actually work? And more importantly, what does it feel like to live inside it? Because America is not just global dominance. It is contradiction. It is innovation and inequality, freedom and polarization, opportunity and instability. To understand the United States, you have to understand three pillars: economic power, military reach, cultural influence. Let's start with the economy. The U.S. has the largest nominal GDP in the world. But GDP alone does not explain dominance. The real power lies in the dollar. The U.S. dollar is the global reserve currency. This means countries trade oil in dollars. Central banks hold dollars in reserves. Global debt is issued in dollars. If you control the currency the world depends on, you control financial gravity. And this gives the United States extraordinary leverage. Sanctions work because of the dollar system. Financial crises ripple through New York first. Interest rate decisions by the Federal Reserve affect billions of people worldwide. Now imagine living inside this system. If you live in America, you are at the center of global capital. Credit is accessible. Investment flows constantly. Entrepreneurship is culturally celebrated. Risk is normalized. That is why Silicon Valley exists. The United States built an environment where failure is tolerated. And that is rare. Most societies punish failure socially. America often reframes it as experience. This creates innovation cycles. Technology, biotech, artificial intelligence, finance. The biggest companies in the world are overwhelmingly American. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Nvidia. These are not just companies. They are global infrastructure. Now here's the human side. Living in the United States can feel empowering. Salaries in certain industries are unmatched. The scale of opportunity is massive. But the system is competitive. Healthcare is expensive. Education can create lifelong debt. There is no universal safety net at European levels. So the American model trades security for dynamism. High ceiling, lower floor. If you succeed, you can succeed massively. If you struggle, the fall can be hard. That tension defines the lived experience. Now let's move to the second pillar. Military power. The United States spends more on defense than the next several countries combined. It has hundreds of military bases around the world. Aircraft carriers that project power across oceans. Advanced technology in air, sea, cyber, and space. This is not accidental. After World War II, the U.S. positioned itself as guarantor of global order. NATO, Pacific alliances, security treaties. The idea was simple: prevent another global war by maintaining overwhelming strength. And it worked. For decades, global trade expanded under American naval protection. But maintaining global security is expensive and controversial. If you live in America, you indirectly fund this global presence through taxes. You live in a country constantly involved in international politics. That creates pride for some, fatigue for others. Now the third pillar: culture. Hollywood, music, social media, universities, fashion. American culture spreads faster than its military. It shapes perception, dreams, aspirations, language itself. English became the global language largely because of American influence in the 20th century. If you grow up anywhere in the world, you are exposed to American narratives. Individualism, freedom, self-expression. And inside the U.S., this individualism is intense. People move across states easily. Careers shift dramatically. Identity is fluid. But this also creates fragmentation. Political polarization has increased sharply in recent years. Trust in institutions has declined. Media ecosystems are divided. The same country that exports stability externally struggles internally with consensus. That is the paradox. Externally dominant, internally divided. If you moved to the United States tomorrow, you would feel this duality. Energy, speed, ambition, and at the same time, tension, debate, cultural friction. America is loud, but it is also adaptive. Its strength historically has been reinvention. After the Great Depression, after World War II, after the Cold War, after the 2008 financial crisis, each time, the system bent, but did not break. The question now is whether it can continue to do so. The rise of China challenges economic dominance. Domestic debt levels are high. Political polarization is deep. Manufacturing power is shifting. Yet innovation remains strong. Immigration continues to bring talent. Capital markets remain deep and liquid. The dollar still anchors global finance. So is America declining or transforming? That depends on time horizon. In the short term, it looks chaotic. In the long term, its structural advantages remain powerful. Large internal market, energy independence, geographic insulation, 2 oceans, friendly neighbors, strategic resources. Few countries combine all of these. And here is the most important insight. The United States is not powerful because it is perfect. It is powerful because it absorbs shock. Economic shocks, political shocks, cultural shocks. Its decentralized structure allows states to experiment. California looks different from Texas. New York feels different from Florida. You are not living in one monolithic system. You are living in 50 laboratories. That flexibility creates resilience, but it also creates inequality between regions. Now imagine yourself there. You arrive with ambition. The system rewards initiative, but it demands responsibility. No guaranteed stability, but massive upside. That is the American contract. High risk, high reward. And that contract has shaped global capitalism. The rest of the world reacts to American policy, but Americans live inside the engine. So the future of the United States is not just about global power. It is about whether its internal cohesion can match its external dominance. Because empires do not fall from outside pressure alone. They weaken when internal alignment fractures. The American experiment is still ongoing. And unlike older empires, it is built on reinvention rather than permanence. So here's the real question. If you had the opportunity to live in the United States, would you accept the volatility in exchange for possibility? Would you trade social security for speed? Would you choose stability or scale? Because America offers scale, and scale changes everything. If you believe the American system will adapt and remain dominant, say scale in the comments. If you think internal division will reshape its future, say shift. And if you were born there, tell me this. Does it feel unstoppable? Or does it feel fragile? Next video, we break down China, the system challenging the American blueprint. Stay sharp.